Trending on the news, Governor Basio to quest to turn Cross Rivers to livestock hub gets boost as federal government inaugurates strategic livestock border inspection post in Etong local government area. Plus, Nigerian Navy hands over arrested vessel and crew to DSS. Details of this and more shortly. This is Nta Calabar News. I am Maureen Leo Ajom, the news in detail. The Cross River State Governor Basio too is assuring residents that his administration will continue to deliver more dividends of democracy, commending the media for promoting accountability, but urges online practitioners to engage responsibly and avoid misinformation. Governor too, who was represented by his deputy Peter Ode, said this when a group of online media practitioners staged a 1 million men marched to his office.
While bad governance deserves condemnation, good governance also elicits commendation. Against this backdrop, thousands of youths, women, and persons with disabilities, led by the National Association of Bloggers and Big Brother Naija Season 7 winner Josephina Otabo, popularly known as Fina, staged a 1 million man march in Calabar. The march is to endorse Governor Basio II and Deputy Governor Peter Ode for a second term in 2027 in view of the developmental strides of the administration.
The governor of Cross River State is among the best governors in Nigeria, and due to our inspection on what he has done so far. And I noticed that the media is not in Calabar. Whatever happens in Calabar dies in Calabar. Yeah. So I believe it's high time we come out to tell the people, no, things are happening in Calabar.
I've heard just a couple of governors that are really working in their states. And Governor Basio Otu happened to be one of them. The same power, the same strength we're using to talk about bad governance, we should also apply same force to encourage those that are doing well.
Receiving the group at the governor's office, Deputy Governor Peter Ode highlights the administration's focus on road construction across the state, improved security, better air connectivity, and other people-oriented projects.
So as a government, we are happy that people out there are assessing us based on what we are doing. Like I said earlier, none of them here do we know. Some of them were meeting them for the very first time. And they came on their own because they have seen good governance in Cross River State.
For the group, the message is clear. Where governance delivers, citizens should acknowledge it. In Calabar, Justina Etam, NTA News.
Still from the government house, the state governors, Basio II's administration plans to transform Cross River State into a livestock and export hub for Nigeria, and West Africa has received a major boost. This follows the inauguration of the strategic livestock border inspection and animal resting point quarantine post by the federal government at Mfum, Etong local government area. Justina Etum again tells us more.
Every year, Nigeria moves thousands of cattle across its land borders, and statistics show that 60% of such come in without health certificates. The result: disease outbreaks, animals dying in transit, and cattlemen left to count the losses. But the story is changing. In a joint move, the federal and Cross River State governments are now drawing a line at the border to ensure only certified healthy livestock enter Nigeria. At Mfum, a border community with Cameroon, the country's first animal resting point and quarantine station has been inaugurated by the Minister of Livestock Development, Idi Mukhtar Meha. Here, animals get rest, water, and feed after long journeys. Veterinary doctors and other officials inspect every herd and issue health guarantees before they move into the Nigerian markets.
The significance of this cannot be overemphasized. This is important, it is necessary. Just like if you are traveling to any country outside Nigeria, you are required to carry yellow fever vaccination card or some other kind of vaccinations to make sure that you are not carrying any contagious communicable diseases. So the same thing with livestock. This is what this government is doing, and we are doing it with the conscious belief that we want to promote and strengthen livestock trade in livestock products across the Sahel, so that we can also, once we are admitted into the red meat industry, we have these facilities speaking to our favor. And from here, a pastoralist or a cattle merchandise will be told where to route his own cattle and move into the country.
According to Cross River State Deputy Governor, the facility will link directly to Obudu Cattle Ranch and the near-completed Obudu Cargo Airport, creating a full corridor to move livestock from farm to border and to global markets.
For the first quarter of next month, we plan to have regular flights from Abuja to Cargo Airport. And we also plan to have regular flights from Lagos coming to the Cargo Airport. This is for farmers like me who want to invest in livestock. It will be easier for us to export our livestock from the cattle ranch to England.
For the host community, the benefits are already clear: safer food and more jobs for youths.
We'll do everything possible to secure this property and ensure that whatever service is going to deliver to the people of Nigeria and beyond is going to be top-notch. But please, Honorable Ministers, Your Excellency, I wish to appeal that you do us a favor by ensuring that we have this property being fenced.
As more control posts are planned at other borders nationwide, in Mfum, Cross River States, a new gateway is open, one that protects animals, protects people, and protects trade. Justina Etam, NTA News.
The state governor, Senator Basio too, has approved the reduction of transport ticket for intercity drivers, reaffirming his administration's commitment to easing the burden of taxation and creating a more conducive operating environment for transport operators across the state. Under the new arrangement, outbound intercity drivers will pay 750 naira, reduced from 1,350 naira, while drivers operating from private parks will pay 440 naira against the previous 750 naira. The approval follows extensive stakeholders consultations and underscores Governor Tu's responsive leadership and commitment to welfare and sustainable livelihood of the transport operators. The Nigerian Navy ship Victory Calabar has handed over the intercepted and arrested motor tanker Fila and 12 crew members suspected for crew oil theft to the Department of State Services across River State Command. The move is directive from the Nigerian Navy headquarters for further investigation and prosecution. Paul Ebel tells us more.
On 23rd July 2026, after several days of monitoring, MT Filia and 12 crew members were intercepted and arrested by NNS Ekulu while spilling suspected stolen crude oil into the sea.
During the course of the investigation, the captain of the motor tanker Filia claimed that the vessel received 650 metric tons of crude oil via ship-to-ship transfer from an unidentified ship within Nigerian waters. However, inspection and sounding of the cargo tanks revealed that motor tanker Filia was laden with approximately 146 metric tons of suspected crude oil and 49 metric tons of suspected high pure fuel oil, that is HPFO, the resulting discrepancy of over 500 metric tons. Additionally, the crew failed to produce on demand any documentation authorizing the motor tanker affiliate to load, carry, or deal in crude oil other than petroleum products.
With directive from the naval headquarters, this handing over and taking over by the DSS is being brought to bear at the NNS Victory Jetty in Eastern Naval Command.
I'm directed to hand over motor tanker Philia and its contents, as well as our 12 crew members and other relevant exhibits to the Department of State Services, Calabar Command, for further necessary action.
With the handover concluded, it is expected that saboteurs of the Nigerian economy will be brought to book by the law. In Calabar, Paul Abel, NTA News.
We'll now take a break. When we return, the news continues. Stay with us.
Are you looking for a secured environment with good parking space and a natural ambience? Then look no further. Nta Calabar Entertainment Ground has got you covered for marriages, parties, and all kinds of events. Have an event at Nta Calabar Entertainment Ground, you stand a chance to get a discounted rate for your event coverage. For bookings, please call Jane 0806 353 3069. Celebrate your events at Nta Calabar Entertainment Ground. Nta Calabar, the station for the people.
Welcome back to the rest of the news. With a desire to give back to the society, five-time American champion and Olympian is hosting the 6th edition of the Offiong Edem Table Tennis Foundation Tournament 2026. The tournament draws more than 100 kids from South, Southeast states and 3 table tennis clubs to Calabar as they compete for honors. Paul Abel reports.
This Calabar Table Tennis Hall is a convergence for the young and old, experienced and inexperienced. But this time around, Offiong Edem Foundation is supporting children in this tournament with equipment, preparing them for bigger opportunities in the future.
I decided to open a foundation in order to support the children with equipment. So what I do every year is I bring some equipment from the club I work. I get it from the people around there, rackets, shoes and everything. And also I get some things to join there to give it to them. So that's the reason why of having a foundation, because I just want to give back to the society and also to support the children, not just in Cross River State. If I have my way, I'm going to make this a national tournament, probably next year or more, but I don't know. But right now, I'm just trying to do something within my capacity.
As the 5-time African champion appeals for support to keep the vision afloat, Commissioner for Sports Development is also commending Offiong for touching the lives of young people while appealing to the private sector to invest in sports.
The impact on this tournament over the years has been very tremendous, not just for Cross River State, but for most of the South states, where she always draws participants from into the states yearly to do this. Remember that the sports development focus is on grassroots sports development. And if you look at the athletes here, look at the players, little children discovered from their homes, from rural communities and brought out here. This is the essence of the development, grassroots development of sports. And so if a single individual is doing this, she deserves all amount of commendation from the government and the people of Cross River State. So she has actually taken a lot of pressure off the ministry, off the commission in doing this single-handedly. We are not taking this for granted at all.
The children will compete against each other from the South, Southeast and 3 clubs where winners will be supported with cash, equipment, and other resources. In Calabar, Paul Abel, Nta News.
Now, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, is beckoning on Nigerians to utilize the vast cultural, tribal, religious, and topographical difference in the country as a source of strength and not weakness to promoting national unity and development. The minister made the appeal at Obudu local government area of the state, where he attended the funeral of late Ukandi Placidos Uga Oga, brother to the former governor of Cross River State, Professor Ben Ayade. Paul Abel was there and completes the story.
The minister and his entourage were received at the Margaret Eco International Airport, Calabar, with a special welcome, and then proceeded immediately on a 7-hour journey on road from Calabar to Obudu to attend the wake-keep of late Ukandi Placidius Uga Oga, brother to former governor Ben Ayade and the person who sponsored his education. The minister, who is also a friend to the Ayades, Deputy Governor of the state, Peter Ode, and other dignitaries from all walks of life were captivated by the various cultural displays showcasing the rich cultural heritage of the Nigerian nation. What are the factors that made the minister to embark on such a tedious, long journey, and what qualities of the late septuagenarian which brought the convergence of these caliber of personalities to Obudu?
Like President Bola Ahmed Tinubu always says, we are one big family in this country belonging to different rooms within the same compound. What I have seen today is the diversity of Nigeria and how it can be further utilized to bring unity to this country.
We're not happy that he's gone so soon at 76, but God knows best. But he is the patriarch. He is the main man that has built this Ayade family you see today. I want to thank God for his life. I want to thank God for his self-passing. I want to thank God for everything he has impacted and has trained and has taught us.
He was an umbrella of the family. So now he's gone. We are unprotected. So I bleed. My heart bleeds with tears. I recapitulate this. He was a father, a mentor, and everything one would desire.
Without this very uncle popular known and Opla, of course, maybe we wouldn't have a governor in Cross River State. So honestly, I came to, pay my last respect to, his elder brother.
He was a dad that was not just a father, but he took responsibility as a father. He loved his children. He will always check on his children.
At the funeral mass held at the Catholic Diocese of Ogoja, St. Charles Bromeo Parish, Obudu, the officiating priest, Reverend Bob Etta, challenged the congregation to seek God, living to please him, just like late Placidius Oga.
My brothers and my sisters, each one of us will go through this. Let us be conscious that there will come a time where each one of us will lie down like this. Let us be conscious. There will come a time where we will stand before the Lord and will give account for our life. Let us ask the Lord that his mercy will triumph over his justice, and he will grant our brother Placidius a place of peace in heaven.
There were several goodwill and condolence messages from the state governor, Senator Bassey Ederutu, represented by the Commissioner for Lands, government officials, church leadership and groups, as well as the family.
Opla's life was defined by service to God, to his family, and to humanity.
Last few days and into today, I believe that he will indeed rest well and be very, very happy wherever he is now.
Rally here to show love and share love. So even in the sadness, love has overwhelmed.
According to his biography, Placidius Uga Oga was born on 1st August 1949 and was committed and disciplined in his public service career of 4 decades before his demise on 13th July 2026. He is survived by his wife, 8 children, grandchildren, brothers, sisters, and a host of other relations, numerous to mention. With the funeral mass over and display for an accomplished life en route his final resting place, late Placidus was finally committed to Mother Earth after the religious graveside rituals amidst tears and deep emotions at his residence in Obudu, Cross River State. From Obudu local government area of Cross River State, Paul Abel, NTA News.
Meanwhile, more reactions have continued to trail the wake-keep and funeral ceremony of late Ukandi Placidus Uga Ogal, which was attended by both serving and former political office holders in the state. They eulogized the sterling qualities of the deceased, which include peacemaking, uniting people, discipline, commitment, generosity, sportsmanship, among others.
Country. I think our diversity should be seen from a positive angle. Nigerians from all walks of life are all Nigerians, and therefore we must celebrate them wherever they are. Coming here to celebrate the life of Chief Placidus Oga, who passed away at age 75, is such a memorable period for me. It's a time of sorrow that he has passed on, but it's also a time of happiness that he has lived a good life, and that his life has helped to bond people together. All of us are Nigerians, are one, and the more we come close to each other, the better that we are as a nation. I think that wherever we are as Nigerians, we must travel to all parts of this country to see the richness of culture, to see the tradition of people, to hear their languages, their different tribes, but all of them being patriotic and being bound in unity, singing the song of Nigeria.
Placidus is one man that we cannot forget in the hall.
I recognize Chief.
He is somebody who holds the historical artifact of the family. A man who saw a principal like Senator Professor Bernard Ayade as a daughter and nurtured Ayade until maturity and he became governor. And I know that the Ayade family had lost a real gem. The Budu people had lost a man with great mantle. The entire family had lost a historian. May his gentle soul rest in perfect peace.
For me, he made it what he is, and then I taught all of us. And anything for them, for us, he will do it. He laid the foundation for all of us. He gave us opportunities. He made us to be who we are. And for me, coming to honor and also to honor him. And I'll use this opportunity to thank everybody that has come to say thanks for giving me the Ben I had.
We are only visitors on earth. And the Bible is very clear that on the last day, we'll be reunited with our Creator. I've come to console the family of my leader and boss, His Excellency Senator Professor Ben Ayade, CON, on the demise of his very dear elder brother, who was not just an elder brother, but was like a father to him, saw him through school, saw him through life, stood by him through thick and thin. I know the bond that unites the Ayades. So I know their lacrimal state on the demise of Uncle Opla. And therefore, I had to suspend all activities to honor them.
And that's about the size of our news. Thank you so very much for watching.